Did you know that missing your property tax deadline by just one single day triggers an immediate and honestly pretty hefty financial penalty? It's true. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into the McLennan County property tax system to demystify the whole process for you. Look, property taxes, these are the annual levies funding our schools, emergency services, and local roads. They don't have to be a headache. We're going to make navigating this online system incredibly simple so you can protect your household's financial health without breaking a sweat.
So here's the absolutely crucial point, and the reason you'll want to pay close attention. If you miss that January 31st deadline, you are instantly hit with a 6% penalty, plus a 1% interest fee gets slapped onto your outstanding balance on February 1st. And guess what? That interest keeps adding up every single month it goes unpaid. It's a pretty daunting reality, right? But that's exactly why knowing how to quickly and easily pay your taxes online is a total game changer for avoiding these massive headaches.
Now, let's establish exactly who we're talking to here. Whether you're living right in Waco, out in Woodway, Lacey Lakeview, Hewitt, or anywhere else within the borders of McLennan County, this centralized property tax system is what applies to your property.
Here is our quick roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll cover the cost of delay. Second, preparing your tax documents. Third, paying your taxes online. Fourth, troubleshooting and pro tips. And finally, number 5, a quick review and some helpful resources.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the cost of delay.
Let's take a look at how this all builds up chronologically over the tax year. Back in October or November, your tax bills are mailed out. Now, if you opt to make split payments, your first half is due by November 30th. But the absolute final deadline, the one you literally need to circle in bright red on your calendar, is January 31st. Once February 1st rolls around, your taxes become officially delinquent, and those heavy penalties we just talked about, they kick right in.
You know, what's actually really interesting is how the county structures all of this. McLennan County Tax Assessor Collector Randy H. Riggs uses what's called a consolidated collection model. So instead of you having to write out separate checks for the school district, the city, and the county, this one centralized portal handles dozens of local jurisdictions all at once. It's perfectly designed to cut out the administrative red tape and streamline your payment into one unified system.
Moving right along to Section 2, preparing your tax documents.
Before you even open up a web browser, you need to know how to actually track down your specific bill. The good news is you can search the tax database using any of these 5 methods. You can use your owner name, and a quick heads up here, you've got to type your last name first, or you can search by property address, account number, CAD reference number, or fiduciary number. Trust me, having just one of these ready to go will save you from frantically digging through paperwork later on.
Okay, I really want to clear up a super common point of confusion here, and that's the difference between the appraisal district and the tax office. The McLennan Central Appraisal District, which falls under Chief Appraiser Jim Halbert, is the office that actually sets the taxable value of your property. But the Tax Assessor Collector's Office is the one that actually collects your money. So if you're looking to protest your home's value, you go to the CAD. If you just need to pay your bill, you deal with the tax office. Makes sense, right?
All right, let's get to the main event. Section 3, paying your taxes online. Here's the exact step-by-step mechanical flow you're going to follow. Step 1. Head over to the web portal at actweb.axtax.com/McLennan. Step 2. Search for your account using those documents you already prepped. Step 3. Once you've double-checked that the balance looks right, go ahead and add your account to the shopping cart. And Step 4. Proceed to checkout. Here, you'll process the transaction through their secure third-party vendor, Certified Payments. Honestly, it is highly intuitive as long as you take it one step at a time. Now, while you're poking around in the portal, there's actually a fantastic little feature you can take advantage of. The shopping cart lets you pay up to 50 accounts at one single time. So if you happen to be a real estate investor or you're just managing a few different family properties, this means you don't have to log in and out over and over again. It is a massive time saver, for sure.
Okay, please pay close attention to this next tip because it will literally keep money in your pocket. When you hit checkout, you're faced with a choice. If you decide to use a credit card or a branded debit card, you are going to get hit with a 2.19% convenience fee with a $2 minimum. But if you choose an e-check, it's just a flat fee of $1.50. Think about it. If your tax bill is several $1,000s, that 2.19% credit card fee adds up incredibly fast. Going with the e-check is an absolutely massive savings opportunity.
Let's slide into Section 4, troubleshooting and pro tips.
First off, let's ease a bit of that common payment anxiety. After you confidently hit that pay button, the vendor, Certified Payments, can actually take up to 2 weeks to fully process everything and transfer the funds to the county. So seriously, do not panic if the money doesn't instantly vanish from your bank account. Your payment is safely receipted for the exact month you initiated the transaction. If you want to double check that everything went through, you can always check the website later. The county notes that any database updates are reflected right there on the site once they finish processing.
Now here is the million-dollar question. How do we actually lower that tax bill before it even gets issued? Exemptions. You can easily apply for these online right through the McLennan County e-services portal. The major ones you should look out for are the general homestead, over 65, disabled veterans, and surviving spouses exemptions. Just keep in mind, to qualify, you have to own and actually live in the property as your primary residence as of January 1st, and the absolute deadline to get those applications in is April 30th.
What is truly staggering here is the sheer scale of the savings we're talking about. A general homestead exemption can knock down the taxable value of your home by up to 20%. So, just to put that into perspective, let's say your home is valued at $500,000. Applying for this completely free exemption could mean a $100,000 drop in your taxable value. That dramatically shrinks your overall tax burden, folks. But hey, what if you're falling a little behind and you just can't scrape together the full payment by that January 31st deadline? Well, the county actually offers a really helpful solution: partial payments. They are allowed and honestly strongly encouraged, because all those nasty late penalties and interest rates are calculated strictly based on your outstanding principal balance. Making even partial payments before the final June 30th cutoff is going to significantly reduce the penalty amounts you end up owing down the road.
And that brings us to Section 5, Final Review and Resources.
If you find yourself stuck or dealing with a unique issue, here is exactly who you need to reach out to. For anything regarding payment plans or billing, just call the tax office at 254-757-5133. Or if you prefer face-to-face, you can visit them at the Records Building on North 5th Street in Waco. On the flip side, if you've got questions about your property's value or your exemption status, you'll want to visit the Appraisal District online at McLennanCAD.org.
And as always, a quick reminder, while we absolutely love providing this thorough, helpful guidance, this explainer shouldn't replace professional legal or financial advice. Your financial health is incredibly important to us, so please be sure to consult a qualified tax advisor or financial professional to get advice tailored to your very specific, unique circumstances.
So, we've walked through the heavy costs of delaying, the exact step-by-step process for paying online, and the incredible benefits of snagging those exemptions early. Now, I want to leave you with one final provocative question to think about. Have you checked your property's taxable value and actually applied for your exemptions yet? Seriously, don't just wait for February to roll around and surprise you. Log on to the portal today, get your documents organized, and take full control of your property taxes.